All right, guys, we'll take a look at one of the first problems that for the FIFO and the LIFO inventory valuation method. All right, so the problem says at the bottom here, I'm kind of missing somebody. I don't want to move the camera because sometimes it shuts off. But determine cost of goods sold for the month using FIFO and LIFO cost assumptions. How many units are in the ending inventory, and what is the cost of ending inventory under each assumption? And again, this is exercise 9.12 in our text. All right, so I'm going to take you through the FIFO method, and then we'll go through the LIFO method. This is how I do it. There's no right way to do it, but this is the way I like to organize my thoughts and my information as this problem goes along. And it's very important that you stay organized when you do these problems, and that'll help you through it. So let's get started. All right. So we see that whether we're using FIFO or LIFO, the beginning inventory on May 1st is given to us at $5. So I'm going to start with that information on my paper. All right, let me scooch this over here. And I'm going to start with we're using FIFO method, and my beginning inventory was 26 units at $5. All right, so that's where I'm at. All right, so the first transaction is a sale on May 4th. So I'm going to write that in down here. On May 4th, we had a sale of 10 units. Now I know whether we're using FIFO or LIFO here, it doesn't matter because I have an ending inventory of 26 at $5. So I know that I have to take these 10 units that I'm selling, I have to take those at $5. All right, so 10 at 5, cost of goods sold is going to be $50 for that first sale on May 4th. Okay, so I know that after this I'm going to have 16 units at $5 left in my ending inventory or in my inventory. All right, so at this point, the ending inventory to this date. On May 12th, I purchased. All right, so I purchased inventory, and this purchase was 16 units at $4. So I'm going to go. I now have 16 more at $4, and I made this purchase on May 12th. So right now in my inventory I have 16 units at 5, 16 units at 4 that I bought on May 12th. This was the beginning inventory on May 1st. All right, that's a given, but you could write that in there just to make sure. All right, then the next sale that she made was on the 16th. All right, so on the 16th, on May 16th, I made a sale of 6 units. All right, so 6 units. Now, this is where it becomes important to know if I'm using FIFO or LIFO. So these 6 units that I sold are going to come from the first inventory that I had. So I'm going to just make a change to now the 16 units here now is going to become 10 units at 5, but I can keep these 6 units at 5. So 6 units that I sold at $5 is going to give me a cost of goods sold of $30. Okay, so right now in my inventory I have 10 plus 16 units left, so I have 26 total units. 10 are at 5 and 16 are at 4. Okay, but because I'm using first in first out, I want to take from the first inventory that I had, not the latest or the last inventory that I had. All right, so the next one is another sale on the 21st, so on May 21st. So now I'm going to sell 14 units. All right, so I could use, since I'm using FIFO, I'm going to use the last 10. So I have 10 at 5 still, which is going to give me $50. And then I need 4 more. All right, so now I could take those from the next purchase that I made, or the last purchase that I made, and now I have 12 of those left. And I'm going to use 4 at $4, which is going to give me a cost of goods sold of $16. So the total cost of goods sold for that sale is going to be 50 plus 16 is $66 on May 21st, or yeah, May 21st. Okay, so and then I know that I've used up all of my beginning inventory. That's all gone, and right now in my inventory I have 12 units left at $4. All right. So the next one is a purchase on the 25th. So on May 25th, I purchased 8 at 3. All right, so 8 at 3, and that was a purchase, so I don't have to do anything with cost of goods sold. And then the last transaction is going to be another sale on May 31st, and we're going to sell 17. All right, so now I have to be careful. I have to go 12. I'm going to use up my 12 at 4 first. 12 at 4, so I get rid of all of those. And then I need another 5. 5 at 3. So 12 at 4 is going to give me $48. And the 5 at 3, of course, is going to give me $15. And I have, I used 5 of these. So I'm going to have, I'm going to have 3 at 3 left. Okay, so this is very simple here. Okay, so cost of goods sold for the month, I just have to add all these up. So that's 80, 130, 146, 186, 194, $204, $209 of cost of goods sold. All right, so the cost of goods sold for the month is $209. My ending inventory is 3 at 3, which is $9. Okay, and that's the information that the problem's asking for. Okay, so the cost of goods sold is $209. Ending inventory is going to be $9, valued at $9. Again, this is using the FIFO method of inventory valuation. All right. So again, I drew everything from the first stuff that I bought, and the last sale, I drew it from the ending inventory that I purchased. All right. So that's a FIFO problem. If I were to make the transactions for these, these are just the cost of goods sold part of it. It doesn't really tell me what I sold the units for, but that's not important in this problem. They're asking for the inventory of the cost of the inventory rather than the amount of the sale. So I can't really figure out anything else except that in this problem, because they never told me how much I sold the inventory for. Okay, so I know the cost flow. Cost of goods sold is $209. Ending inventory is $9.